Hey there guys, a little bit different from the normal video. I'm going to try to be getting out some Act 8 guides. I know these are a little bit late for some people, but I just want to start off with the 8.1.1 bosses. So for this Strife, the key node is the Rupture, which if you have a solid willpower, you can actually heal from it most of the time, unless you get like 5 stacks on you. And then Incinerate Vulnerability, which of course is the 200% damage while incinerated. And like everyone, my first thought was Torch, but my second thought was how can I make this fun? Because of course Torch, I did do a solo of this with Torch. Torch made it so easy. He's of course like the best option, but I wanted to get this with Scroll. So for Scroll, I'm really just trying to get into my Nova Fist, because right as I get that little green buff, are you ready for this? Look at those hits. 3k a tick of Incinerates. I'm hitting for 11k crits. I was playing really bad. I was very stressed out while doing this. Yeah, and so just ignore the Scroll gameplay, but I really liked Scroll for this fight because I also used him. I'm going to do some path guides. I don't think like the entire thing needs a path guide. There's some really easy basic paths that just make sense. In 8.1.1, there's one path for Cosmics with the Cosmic EQ node, and if you have buffs, they can't auto-block and they can't evade you, I think it is. I brought Scroll for that lane, and he just dominated it. And so I had him, and I was like, I'm going to use him for Strife. So that was the solo with Strife. Very easy, very straightforward if you have a ranked up Strife for defense. Not Strife, Super Scroll. This fight, very slow because it's a 5-star. Even with Incinerate Vulnerability, because of my power again, I really want to be spamming that SP1. I do get up to SP2 some of the time, but like the glance, the miss, it's just sometimes going a little bit awry. When I get the Dex, it's fine, but every time I have to eat that on the block, it really chunks me down. But as I said, I can use the Ruptures to heal, and Hyperion has physical resistance, I believe. Or is it just energy? I feel like he has physical resist. But I'm not gaining too much health back from those. As long as I have less than like 3, I should be okay. And then while this fight is wrapping up, because you can kind of see how it's going, just to summarize how this fight works, just bring someone with Incinerates. There's a lot of options in this game for that, a lot of synergies, a lot of different ways you can get it. And then make sure you're paying attention to the Root debuff. I think I remember it was Root. And watch out for his glance turning into a miss, which is again why Human Torch is like the best counter for this. Energy hits from everything, he counters miss. Torch is very, very good, but there are a lot of very good champions that can work for this. Some other notable ones, like you could probably use Masacre because he has the Incinerates. You're just really looking for someone that can bring the Incinerate damage to your team, and then you just want to make sure you're playing nice and aggressive because it's just a Strife. Just watch out for his kinetic telepathic charges. Once he gets to 5, he can go for the cloak, and he's also tends to be passive after he throws his SP1, so if you just wait, he won't usually, like, see, he's kind of coming in by the time it's like 3/4 done, so you don't even have to worry about that too much. And then the next fight is going to be this Red Skull. This one has Poison Vulnerability. If you have a Bleed, did I not record that fight? But if you have a Bleed and a stun on them, it converts into a Poison. So I used, or I was going to, I need to record that. There's actually a fight I still want to record on this node. There's just some like fun ideas I had while playing. Ignore that rambling. For the Hood fight, I just want to talk about the Hood fight really quickly. You just need someone who's Vitamin really, but I went for Ghost, and Ghost just makes it an absolute joke because you dash back and then you intercept, and you get the Foresight Fury plus the Ghost debuff Fury, so it's really, really crazy. For this fight, I decided on Diablo just because I would really consistently be able to keep pushing him over bars of power, and I'd easily be able to apply poisons, which is just making me generically hit hard. And once I heal up, I can go for an SP2, which does extra damage per buff or poison. The only downside to this node is that there is the Mystic Ward, I believe, because they don't want you just cheesing it with like a Mystic Champion, which is technically what I could have done here, but I wouldn't really have been trying to abuse Mystic Dispersion here. And you're about to see these SP2s going crazy. Yeah, the burst damage does 20k because of Poison Vulnerability and all of the buffs and the poisons. So Diablo does really, really well for this fight with the guaranteed crits and everything going on. Of course, you have your Immortal Abominations, you have your Abominations with Red Guardian synergy, You have a lot of poison champions in this game now. You also have Clairvoyant, as you saw, who was on my team. So this first quest is very, very non-restrictive. The most restrictive fight is the Hood fight, but if you're a competent Ghost player, it's very, very easy. And outside of that, nothing was too crazy on this one. I'll be seeing you guys soon. I hope you guys were able to find this video to be helpful, and have a good one. Bye!